Hi everyone, it's Jennifer. I'm back today with another video for you. I've been really busy creating things, so I'm trying to video them as soon as I can so I'm not forgetting and sending them out. I'm still using my phone today. I have my camera back, but when I film a video on my camera, I try and then put the memory card into my phone and try and it just doesn't, it's not recognizing the video. So I'm going to have to mess around with it and kind of see what I can come up with. I am doing a swap at Mini Album Scraps. It's a stick pin swap, but it's a use your stash hodgepodge stick pin swap. Excuse me. So you're supposed to just use whatever you have. You're not supposed to go out and buy anything new or, I mean, if you need glue or something, that's one thing, but, you're not supposed to buy any new beads or anything. So my stick pins are on tags, and everything is entirely made up of stuff I've already had. I mean, the tags, everything. So I bought nothing new for this. I love doing stick pins. Because I just like how quickly they can come together and you've just got something so beautiful fast. This one is a little bit, I like the end result. I think what it is, it's the colors of it, because these aren't typically colors. I don't do a whole lot with blue or even yellow, but it kind of just came together to be what it is, and I do like it. It's just different than what I'm used to. So anyway, so I created 3. You're supposed to create 3 sets of 4. So 12 stick pins total. I have had my stick pins done for a while, but I needed to create their like holders or their packaging, and so I decided on doing a tag. Last time I'd done the Matchbox style, and I like that. I just wanted to do something different, and so I had some help, some suggestions, and one of them was doing a flower on the tag, and then you stick the stick pins in it, and I really liked that. And then especially since I've been doing these fabric flowers, I thought that was perfect. So I'll go ahead and show you. They're all pretty much the same. Like I said, the color scheme actually ended up being blue, gray. Like the stick pins themselves are mainly blue and gray with a little bit of whiter, like kind of clear. And then with the tags, it added a little bit of yellow with the flowers and stuff. So these are the stick pins. I'm going to show you those first. Pull this one out. There's that one. And it's got like the real dark gray bead at the top. It's got a light blue there, a couple bead caps, the kind of crystal bead there, and then another light blue, and then a star like bead spacer. And then this one is a crochet bead on top, and then it's got a kind of crystal spacer there, and then it's got the dark gray kind of crystal style bead. So like where this one has the clear, that one's the dark gray. And then a heart, and then the light blue bead, and then a flower. And then this looks like it would be clear, but it's actually like a very faint kind of blue color. And for some reason, I don't know how I ended up with so many blue beads. And like I said, it's supposed to be, use what you have. And so I wanted to use some of those. And then I had a lot of gray beads too. So that's just how it came together. And then my stick pins have like the pearls on the top. So this has the 2 bead caps on it, and then the large gray pearl, the light blue bead, another like bead spacer, and then the really light blue bead on the bottom. And please excuse, my hands are all stained from inking and painting and whatnot, so sorry, they're a mess. Alright, and then this is the last one, and it is the let's see if it'll focus. It is trying to be, there we go, stubborn. The kind of crystal bead, a bead spacer, a light blue bead, another spacer with like a floral design on it, a light blue bead, another spacer, and these are really pretty. It's hard to see, but they've got crystals. It's like silver and then crystal in the middle, and then a real light blue bead. So that's the 4 of them. I did all 3 sets the same. You had the choice of doing all different stick pins or however you wanted to do it. I just did all 4 because I had a lot of these beads and it just came together very nicely and quickly, and I liked it. So these are the tags that I created. There we go. So here's the flowers. I had this fabric, and because it had the blue in it and the gray, I thought that would be really good. Even though the blues aren't completely matchy, I was fine with it because it just kind of went along with it. And then it had, of course, the yellow. So I made these flowers. They're 2 layers, so they're kind of actually quite fluffy because I made them large. And then it's got one of the kind of vintage buttons in the middle. And then I added these 2 kind of iridescent white leaves just to kind of make it pop a little bit more. And then the tags are this blue cardstock. And then I took my my paint dauber. It's called Lemonade, and I actually used a stencil and it got kind of smeared, but that's okay. I liked it, and I just kind of did this behind it. And then it's hard to tell, but I inked the edges, and then I misted it, which I don't know that you can really tell on this one, with, let's see, this Glimmer Mist. Oop. And this is blue icing. So when you kind of shake it up, like, it starts out looking kind of bluish, but then once you shake all this up on the bottom and get it mixed up, it's almost clear and gives a real just nice iridescent shimmer. And I'll show you, I think some of the other tags you can see it a little bit better, because when I did it, I dried it with I sprayed a lot on there, and I dried it with my heat gun, and it almost made a marbled like effect, which is real faint, but it's real pretty. And then I took these word beads, and my little crystal fell off. I'll have to find it and put a new one on there. I took these word beads and glued it onto the piece of yellow to make it pop, and then put a crystal on each side, and this one says laugh. And then I used, this is gray lace, and then this blue lace, and then this fun like bright blue trim that I had, and did those. So it's like a bunch of different shades of blue, but I like how it came together. I do like it. It's just different from what I'm used to. So this is what it looks like all together with the stick pins. And then of course there's, that says smile. Oh, and this one, I didn't glue this one on. And there's a reason I didn't glue it on. I remember. Because I think you can see better on this one how the Glimmer Mist kind of almost did like a marbling effect. And then this is the piece behind the flower. And originally I had a paper clip on the back of the flowers where you could slide it on and then slide it off. But once the stick pins were in it, it was so heavy that it kept falling like over or falling frontwards, and so I just decided just to glue it on top. But it's still, these other ones still has the has it under there. But you can kind of see on this one, like I said, like through here, maybe hopefully you can see it, the way the Glimmer Mist ended up drying on it. So, and of course, I had wanted the flower to be removable so someone could use it again if they wanted, but it was so heavy with the stick pins, I didn't have a way to attach it to the tag where it would be removable and still support the weight of the stick pins. So, but I mean, once you take the stick pins out, if you wanted to use them on something else, you still have this tag with the flower that you could use for something, so it still works. And then this is the last one, and this one just says live. So, like I said, I am happy with them. They're just different as far as like the color scheme to what I'm used to. Typically a lot of pink, a lot of, I love purple. creams and tans and browns and all that, but you know, it was just fun to do something different. So anyways, okay, I created a few more flowers today. Of course, I did those 3 that are on the tags, and then I did, this is the one that I showed you in the other video. Well, I did a little mini version of it. So, and this one's kind of cute because it ended up being mainly the brown part of the design on the top, but then if you kind of fluff it up, you get to see all like the other colors, the blue and the green, the pink and the orange. So that's the little mini one that went with that. And then this one's a lot of fun. This is the material I was telling you about that had it says it's all good, and this is how it ended up. And what I did is I did a layer of the red, and then a layer of the music note, and then a layer of the red again. And this button is really, really fun. And somehow I ended up with the 3 red here and the 3 of the design here. So I don't know. I may be able to kind of take just this part and kind of swap it so it's alternating. I didn't really realize that when I was putting it together. But anyways, I still, you know, it's the fun with the red and the black and the white. And I just love this button. So now I did happen to remember to grab my fabric so I could show you what they actually looks like before I make it into the flowers. So the design. You can use, in my opinion, you can use any sort of design or print that you want. A large print, a small print. This is all I have left of that blue one from the flowers that I made. So unfortunately you don't get the whole design, but I mean it was all just kind of like this flowers with the gray. So that's that. I haven't made the flowers with this yet, but I've cut the squares out. But I have this chevron one that I'm going to make some flowers with. I think because it's such richer tones, it almost makes me feel like fall. And I'm got some owl buttons that I've ordered for the fall that I think would go great with this, so I'm going to make those up. This is just the pink gingham, which I mean that's, you know, simple enough. Here is the stitching or sewing themed kind of one I had talked about. It's got the bobbins, the needle and the thread, and I guess it would just kind of be like the cross stitch sort of, and then it says home sweet home, a stitch in time saves mine, or a stitch in time saves 9 is what it looks like. I know there's a saying for that. I guess that's it. I don't know. But I just thought it was really pretty. I liked the colors. And I love like a sewing theme. I don't know why. Just love it. Here's this one, which again I thought was really, really fun. Kind of summery print. And I like the colors. Here is the music note, which is just a basic music note, which I think I might dye part of this too and make maybe like a coffee diet or tea diet or stain it or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I'm gonna mess around with it because it's got a nice clean white background. I think it would be kind of fun. Okay, so this is the food kind of one or eat one, and I thought it said it's a good time to eat. This says it's all good. This part says good cooking and lots of love, eat it moms. So it doesn't say a good time to eat. Maybe I just thought it was a good time to eat. I don't know. But I really like this one. Kind of makes me think vintage diner. So, and then this was the Paris themed one that I had talked about before, which I thought was really, really pretty. And some of these I had actually bought for a swap with someone else that I sent them some fabric in the swap, and I had purchased extra for myself. But some of those are ones that I've had for a long, long time. Some of these are newer ones though, like the ones I purchased for this swap. So, and then this one with the teapots, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely just gorgeous. So that's my fabric that I've been using. Just trying to use things up and kind of go through my stash a little bit, because I've been organizing and I've got so much stuff and there's no way I can use it all, and I keep buying more stuff because there's always something. But I think we all kind of do that, at least a little bit. Hopefully I'm not the only one. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.